want free things.
Yep.
I want to talk
Uh,
about my free items.
Sorry, but we're starting the session now. If you turned up early, we could have talked to you about your free thing.
Cool.
We will talk to you about it after the session. You probably won't need it this session.
Or you can make it up in the session.
Yes.
Mm.
Just remember, you get a fucking couple of rare things, I believe, as our stipulation. 5 rare thing and another rare thing, and we could talk about the second rare thing later. So, last we left off, the company had negotiated themselves aboard the Dollar Imperium. You had found several different areas of the ship, including but not limited to a church to the God Emperor of Mankind, which seems to have been converted into some kind of library where all the books seem to be brand new. And there is also the command gantry where Emmanuel Rodvar, the Marshal, was arguing with both Inquisitor Osiris, the Mechanicus Explorator called Beta Iconosaur, and the navigator of the ship itself as well. At the same time, you also had Kryza going and doing a lot of sneaky shit aboard the ship, contacting the station, inadvertently maybe alerting them to some happenings which may be occurring soon, which has led to quite a number of ships departing the station itself, almost like rats deserting a sinking ship. We begin with alarms. It's been several hours. You've all been tired, with the exception of those of you who do not need to sleep. You're awoken by the blasting of alarms throughout your barrack. Contact, essentially.
All right.
The ship is engaged. What would you like to do? Also, feel free to jump in whenever you like.
I would like to roll off my bed, throw it up, and then hide behind it.
Okay.
Immediately up from kneeling meditation position, going to the bunk bed, taking out my rifle and loading it from the mag slice stuffed in the pillow. Ever been on an RPG ship before? Recognize that kind of alarm? Intruders? Boarding?
You can give me a scholar, especially if you are familiar with void ships.
I'm just
Anyone have the word void?
Void? No.
Nathan, for narrative, I predator cloak and then jump into the rafter.
6 icons.
Honestly, any alarm in a void ship means that the killer field is failing as far as Kryze is concerned. So
I mean, yeah, essentially. Odysseus, you have had to stow away on several ships over the many years that you have had to travel within human company. This alarm is essentially for enemy vessel approaching and instruction to essentially load macro batteries.
That's very strange. Throne, who exactly could be approaching us this close to the station? Why would they be loading macro cannons? I'm heading to the bridge. I want to join me, or are we all going to cower in here?
Just take a swig of Amasec. Sod it. Let's see what's on the bridge.
I'm quite happy.
Fair enough. Give your box on. Call you.
No, I'm following you.
Okay. Understood.
Gideon said we're all moving.
I hear Glaive in the vents speaking to me.
A hand reaches down and pulls the door open at the front slightly to walk out into the corridor.
Glaive vents. Fucking.
There is a single guard that is posted outside of the door. He turns and looks at you and nods.
What the fuck is going on?
Permit me a moment, and he fucking does a little vox frequency to his ear. Reports goes up. We have reports of ships, small landers coming off of the station.
The station is flooding. They're disembarking. By flooding, I mean they're flooding out to us.
Yes, that could be the assumption.
No, that's right. That wasn't the feedback. Fuck it. I fully open the door and then try and climb out to see if there's a perch on the other side of the door, like a sill. Yeah, just keeping it there, keeping it weird.
Can I Fox the Inquisitor, Nathan?
You could attempt to contact the command gantry via your.
No, I have the Inquisitor's Vox.
Oh, Inquisitor Osiris, yes, 100%.
Yeah, it's Osiris.
Yes, you can.
Fucking Vox her.
Mm-hmm.
Does she answer?
I'm going to say yes. Hello?
Inquisitor, we've heard that the ship is under attack from a load of landers.
Under attack? No, we've got a lot of landers that are coming off the station. Yes, but they appear to be full of an assortment of people, mostly Mechanicus, it seems, and Scutari.
Mechanicus? Oh, that's interesting. I thought they'd be dealing with the heretic threat. Huh. Strange.
Excuse me?
Oh, I think I uncovered the heretic last night. I told them about it to see if they could sort it out, but, it seems like they're fleeing, to be honest.
You hear the fucking mute noise?
I'm just standing in the middle of the corridor. I just say this like.
Odysseus is staring at the door. Christ, like you can hear his eye twitching.
Is it like a really loud litany song start playing deafeningly over the thing as if he's on hold?
Hang on, let me just think about this for a second.
Okay, the station's getting purged and anybody from it.
I'm gonna need a fucking give me a persuasion. Fuck me. Because you have been an incredibly trustworthy, like, not lying person to Inquisitor Osiris before. Like you've always been kind of fucked, but you've never lied to her.
No, I've always told the truth.
You've always told
as
the truth.
bluntly as I can.
Yeah.
You just never told it. That's the problem.
I've told all of us.
It sounds.
But when I do deliver it, I deliver it like a sledgehammer.
Yeah, it sounds fucking insane what you're saying.
You deliver it like the Emperor's sledgehammer.
I guess it's a persuasion, Nathan. Can I use cunning because I'm a scum?
Yes.
Would you like some help as well?
Yeah, tell me fucking cunning right now. Give me a cunning.
Look, I want to hear, Zephaniah, how you'd assist. What do you shout over the box?
You see, if you just took my advice beforehand...
No, you're gonna make it harder!
We could have actually... Look, if we do this now, we can nip this in the bud before it becomes something of a... Well, we can turn this problem into a solution rather than an incident. I know your skills at discretion, and I know that you can make someone disappear very, very quickly. Believe me, I know this. If it's a matter of finding the right blip, we can pretty much, as those Mechanicus would say, delete that particular line of code before it becomes a virus, as it were.
After Zephaniah's second sentence, Greiser just put the Vox speaker over to him so he didn't have to shout anymore.
Okay.
Anyway,
can I just add that narratively, Glaive is looking at Odysseus going, because I know nothing about any heretics on this station, and that's my...
He is staring at the door. He's staring at the door, and he's tending not to notice.
I would point out he said heretic, not heretic. Now, just for context...
A heretical Adeptus Mechanicus.
A heretical Adeptus Mechanicus. Now, well, for context, what has happened is, tabled 9/4, the Adeptus the frog Mechanicus that they met underground that had, like, all the frogs?
Yeah.
He doesn't exist, apparently. He's been dead for, like, 5 years.
I mean, by making frogs do menial work, you wouldn't really want to put your name to that, so I don't blame them.
That was fine until I met him in the Mechanica Stronghold and traded him a load of secret information for gear.
Such
fair.
as the Grey Knight's Astartes pattern ship that's buried in the history.
There's a Grey Knight ship that's crashed into the fucking station. You don't know it's a Grey Knight ship. You just know it's an Astartes ship.
Oh,
So by proxy, I'm also now carrying heretical equipment on me. So
You sure are. You
Jesus.
sure are.
You've missed a couple of things, bud.
Isn't no one allowed to, basically allowed to know who the Grey Knights are as well? Isn't that supposed to be like a super secret thing?
Yes, which is why you don't know that it's a Grey Knight ship. You just know it's an Astartes pattern ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one in character noticed.
Did Odysseus even say it was a Astartes pattern?
No.
So I didn't even know it was a Astartes.
To be fair, you did see a dead Astartes.
I don't know what a dead Astartes looks like.
You literally.
That's ridiculous, but dead.
I don't think anybody gets shown what a dead Astartes looks like.
I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to disagree with you on that because you, at the time, saw it and bowed and prayed.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. It's in the recording.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Ooh.
Specifically did.
No, maybe I did then.
So
I don't remember. I might have. That's fair enough.
I think a dead Astartes looks
The logic,
substantially different.
If I remember rightly, the logic for Christ was that the Mechanicus fixes everything. They deal with everything. Why would I not tell them?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean,
It was when they were getting special. Or sorry, to clarify for Will, it was when they were getting special dispensation for table to be extracted with them.
Mm-hmm.
They were told, "Who? Oh no, he's been dead."
Mm-hmm.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, and then they went, fuck.
Yeah.
I know about as much as my character would know then, which is basically nothing.
Your character has essentially turned up in this system, and the Marshal has just been like, yeah, this station's essentially fucked, and we're going to blow it out of the sky.
Yeah.
Also, there's a bunch of weird people that have turned up on the station, including a Space Marine, a Sister of Battle, a fucking mutant, a Chaos...
Does he know I'm a mutant?
Chaos? Excuse me?
The Ogren. You know, they thought this is about the Ogren.
Oh, the Ogren, yeah.
Yeah. The second you take off your fucking helmet.
It's a scarf up to here.
Yeah.
Goggles.
But also like fucking full pattern armor.
Stormtrooper
armor. It's not a chaos cultist, a fucking death cultist, and a fucking awful noble guy have just turned up on the station.
I've got a permanent smile now.
I just take the Vox back and go. So yes, that's. I guess that summed up quite well there.
Okay, I'm gonna need the check. I'm gonna need to check right now.
Can I get an assist in that?
You may.
100%, yes.
Odysseus, what is he talking about, heretic?
So that's one from.
Get up to the bridge. 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 Get up to the bridge right now.
I begin running.
As we leave, I don't even look at Clive. I just say it is something I'd rather not elaborate on. I just pretend you don't hear what she's saying. Just.
I'll tell you, Grave. Oh no, Grave didn't speak to me. Sorry.
No, we're all in the coast little compartment room.
Oh, Grave. I was dealing with the Mechanicus, Tybalt, the frog guy. Remember we met him?
Yes.
I was giving him like the powder core out of the big servitor we killed, and stuff like that. Telling him, the stuff we found, and he just get some what it was. Like, well, Mechanicus usually helps us out with stuff like that if you tell them things. Turns out he was a heretic. There you go. So, I told the Mechanicus, so hopefully they'll kill him.
How do you know he's a heretic?
Well, apparently he's been dead for like 7 years, but he traded me some crystals and stuff, so I don't know.
Approximately 5 years.
Honestly, there's nothing worse than an imposter.
So yeah, they think he's dead, but I can still contact him, so he's obviously still alive, if that's him. Yeah. The Mechanicus have some way of like knowing this stuff, noosphere or whatever he said.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll have to see where this goes.
Probably should go check out the ship.
Let's go.
Nathan.
Yes, Haggis.
Not to be that guy, but I want to remind you that see if someone does something incredible, funny, or what you deem worthy, you can reward Wrath Point as well.
I do think that
Never happens.
You know what? Actually, I do think that deserves a wrath.
For Joe, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
I think I'm going to
It
award
was
a
a
wrath for
well-timed joke.
both Joe. I'm going to award a wrath for both Joe and Paul for doing something so ridiculously fucking unexpected that it actually made me have to pause and think.
Kryza is a loyal servant to the Emperor.
I
Why
swear
would she
to
tell
God.
people that?
And I'm of the Emperor as well.
And I am a servant of the.
Yeah, the Emperor with 4 arms, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So yes.
So yeah, we book it up to the command gantry, I imagine.
The command gantry, yes. And up there, you see that you have several individuals. You have Marshal Emmanuel Rodvar, which, for those of you who do not remember, looks like this. We also have Beta Iconosaur, who is at the moment arguing with Inquisitor Oseros. And they are essentially arguing over the fate of the ships, which have been commanded to halt before embarking upon this ship. So they are, at the moment, dead in orbit. We do also have one further figure, which you have not, met yet. William, could you please describe what you look like?
So I've just left I'm walking out the ship.
You're on the bridge.
Am I milling about?
You're on the command gantry. You're essentially milling. You're hanging out, taking in this scene of. You're essentially watching 2 pretty highly ranked individuals on the ship, a Explorator, which is a kind of Adeptus Mechanicus, and an Inquisitor arguing over the fate of ships which are attempting to come into land on the station. You have just seen the Marshal essentially command these ships to halt, or they will be fired upon.
Okay, you see, sat on the side of a kind of tallish table, an extremely tall, languid, pale-skinned form, decked out in extremely lavish and luxurious robes.
God, it's now as if.
And I am currently smoking a glow stick, which I've impaled with an extremely long, slender claw from my hand. And I will send, if you wish, I could send a hero forge because as is standard.
Give me a picture, King.
Go for it.
Nathan, you need to do a hero forge for Splimbo.
For Splimbo? I'm not doing a hero forge for Splimbo. just picture
my boy.
Picture an incredibly anxious office worker, and you got Splimbo.
You've got you.
Played by Simon Pegg.
Yeah, played by Simon Pegg. Yeah.
Yes. So, Will, did you say how tall exactly are you?
To those who might understand measurements, especially those of length in feet, you could make out that my character's height is around, even though reclined on a table, which is taller than would be used for most average people, 9 foot tall.
Thank you very much.
Fuck!
Oh god, he's already got new legs.
Yeah,
guys.
Oh god, run!
It gets worse. It's worse.
Yes. This
for references for everyone.
This individual is quite obviously a fucking mutant.
Not just that.
Yeah, I'm looking back to you as well, Kryza.
We're just like scarf pulled up to here with the goggles on, and like full flak armor, just like don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I. But I know a nobleman when I see one.
So
I am smoking a glow stick, which has been impaled by an extremely long talon extending from my finger.
how fucking thin is this talon that it pierces a fucking cigarette? What the fuck?
Point, doesn't it?
Extremely thin.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Needle-like.
Yeah, awful. Not great. Not enjoyable at all to look at. I will say this man is.
Alright.
Switch finger.
So we'll march on to the.
Salute the marshal as I walk in.
The marshal barely acknowledges your presence, as he
That's
is
about right.
issuing orders fucking down the line to the rest of the ship, and also yelling at several voices
Perfect.
through the Vox.
Well, so I'm gonna march up. Is anyone going to join me, or is anyone stay back?
I'd like just sort of like form up behind you, I guess. But, like,
Of course, I'm by your side. I'm a peer of yours.
I don't approach the table.
Yeah, that's fair. So,
I do.
Marshal, Inquisitor, Explorer.
A heretic!
Just glance at Chrysler.
Tell them. Inquisitor Osiris just says, tell them what you told me.
Gosman,
but
please.
I like trot up. But the heretic, okay. What to start? So, not beta icon. Table 9-4. I think that was his name.
Yes, Table 9-4 has been dead for several years.
Oh, he has. I was dealing with him like just yesterday. I was chatting to him in the Mechanicus compound. Well, the person who says he's Table 9-4 at least.
This is not possible.
Well,
it's true. I came across
like sort of slide over to beside her and go, "Is it possible?" Like hunker down and like, "Euros, I can't show this."
What is it that you're trying to perform?
Bring out the box and show her the crystals. He gave me these. How else am I gonna get this? I show her like the fucking Skitarii crystals.
All that from the fucking she observes those and those that they are incredibly rare. You would not have been able to. She actually pauses as if she's like frozen mid-frame, and she goes, "Marshal, we've got to blow them out of the sky. We do not know which one the heretic is on. We cannot trust any of them."
Oh, I have his vox frequency. I could maybe pinpoint it, triangulate it maybe. I can message him right now actually if you want. What did I say too much?
The ingenuity of the humble guardsman.
She looks at the marshal, and the marshal looks back at you. What is your name again?
Chrysler.
You are very You are very ingenuitive.
I have a long service as a guardsman. You chose what would had to be.
Guardswoman.
Guardsman.
Whatever.
Sounds right.
Also, I was the radio person back for my company, so I know quite a bit about the Vox. I point to the big fucking Vox pack in my back.
Beta Arcana, sir. Beta fucking like jostles her a little, and she just snaps back to it and goes, "Oh, I can pinpoint the Vox frequency using your signal booster." And she
sure, go ahead.
Fucking takes the code, plugs it into the fucking sequencer base and all that shit. And
he's frozen.
Yeah. Oh no.
Was that me? Oh god damn it!
That was you, bud.
Oh, he's being hacked.
Plugs all the stuff in.
There we go.
And hits a big button, and you just hear the standard sound of a Vox being like connected from both sides, until eventually you just hear.
Glaive steps forward and says, "You have to verify it's him. If you're trying to infiltrate a place and people know who you are, you would use subterfuge."
But it's only me, and to be honest, I'm not that much of a threat. So.
No, I mean Tybalt.
All of you, let the guardsman lead the conversation. She knows what she's doing.
Tybalt? Did you make it off the station? Hello?
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 This is not a tabled.
How did you get this frequency then?
This is Archimex Kappa.
Sorry, the wrong number. I hang up.
Exploto? Archimex Kappa?
It's possible he was like disguising his signal.
Archimex Kappa is the leader of the Mechanicus upon the station.
Oh, I was pretty rude to him.
You called.
Would
You called.
would they have a call sign?
Can I see if he was like disguising his signal somehow, Nathan? Not like throwing us off.
Vox PM.
You can give me a. I would say crime, but crime is no longer a thing that you guys
Tech.
I can use tech if you want.
Tech,
Tech.
yes, tech would be perfect. Thank you.
Odysseus, whenever you make an astro call, do you not have to clarify yourself
It's,
with the call sign?
Jesus fuck.
8 successes.
Jesus
damn.
fuck. Okay, first of all, glory.
Nice.
Yeah, well, glory. Can he shift any of those and still succeed, my dude?
I'm fine just succeeding, to be honest.
Would
Fair.
you like to gain more information by shifting one?
Oh yes, if I can.
Yeah, you certainly can. Okay. So, first of all, right?
Yes.
It does not appear that this seems to have came directly from a Voxcaster. Like from a personal Voxcaster. Which is the personal Voxcaster that you've called whenever you have intercepted with table 9/4. Which means that he has not redirected his signal. Secondly, you have, unfortunately, during your time as a guardsman, had to interact with Adeptus Mechanicus members. Typically, they don't have to use those. Why do you need a mobile phone when you are essentially a mobile phone?
Oh, a lot of them have implanted Voxcasters.
So essentially what you're picking up there is that guy's just fucking found a phone on his ship and just went, hello?
I just like I say this out loud as I think of it. Well, yeah, well, and some Mechanicus like have like the Vox built in, so they don't usually carry. So if he's on the ship and he's found the Vox, then I suppose blowing the Admech out of the sky is probably a bad way to start things.
Oh. And what are the chances that the one who actually finds said Voxcaster is Archimex Kappa, the head of the Admech upon that station?
He's the Admech, so I assume he's quite good at finding out.
Probability is 0.05%. There are 6 people on the Admech shuttle. There are over 100 members of the Adeptus Mechanicus cohort, including 15 Scutari, 35 Lex Mechanicus, 18 Servitors.
Big photo, it's alright. Thank you. So?
I can describe him if that helps. Like I've seen him before.
Fingers crossed he hasn't found a new disguise.
He's got a big he's got a big fusion battery, probably. I give him a big fusion battery. If you get like that must give off some like fucking radiation or some shit, right? He told me it did actually.
Yes.
He's surprised that I hadn't died carrying it. I shouldn't have said that.
Yes, a mystery for us all. Yes, yes.
You love Crisis so much!
He's thoroughly blessed.
a Phaseusian battery. This was in your possession?
Yeah, it was in a big servitor. I unplugged it.
Ah, one of the murder servitors.
But bigger.
Yes, this was diluted through the noospheric link.
They told each other, yes.
Okay, yeah.
We can scan these ships for this battery. This will take time. They will have to remain where they are. And she just like fucking looks at the marshal. And the marshal just rubs his eyes. This is going to delay the rescue attempts for the sisters on the station. Kryza.
Oh dear.
I suppose. Well, I look at the Inquisitor and then look at him. I suppose this is a bad time to tell you about the archaeotech on the station as well. Then
all three of them look up and look at you.
just like
The humble guardsman.
maybe it's a bad time.
No, you're doing great. Unless the three of you,
Time as ever.
unless the three of you want to leave this conversation, but later the guardsman can return to her quarters and we'll think on this topic more, if you prefer.
Sort of like logic, like I don't like that tone of voice.
Just like very obviously leads into you.
Beta Iconosaur is essentially, she's not up in your face, but she is. She has approached you. The acquiring of archaeotech is paramount to our mission. Our mission requires the acquisition of archaeotech. You claim to have found archaeotech on this station.
That's why I told the Mechanicus, so they could find it. Well, I thought they were the Mechanicus, at least.
Guys, just to be clear, you are referring to the ship in which we found the dead individual that was pinned to a wall.
Is there another one?
No, that's the one, I believe. That's right. Explorator, that is an ancient Astartes vessel. Ancient. Very old.
Oh.
I neglected to say anything to you all because, well, quite frankly, I didn't think it was relevant at the time. I did not recognize the heraldry.
I think she's malfunctioning.
She's I've never seen the twitch like that before.
She's clicking back and forward, and hang on, let me just load for 1 second.
Actually, the Inquisitor might be helpful. Wasn't there some like?
Please go on.
I don't know what it was. Sorcery.
God damn it, Fraser.
Magic. I don't know. It was fucking strange. I didn't touch it.
Crude, but the guardsman speaks
the
completely.
The Inquisitor stops and looks at you, Odysseus. And then looks at the rest of you.
I'm just like looking between like just the. Oh yeah, Tech Priest is still staring at me. Oh, Inquisitor's still staring. Oh god, oh god.
Are you telling me that there is witchcraft afoot aboard this station?
Unlikely.
But it still requires a purge.
Yes.
Certain. We can't let anything live.
Correct. Lobel is correct. Sorry, Godsman, please.
Nothing happened when we were there. It was like part of the furniture, I guess you could call
it. Yes. The vessel itself was ancient, and the events that occurred on it as ancient as it. There was nothing relevant to either you or the Mechanicus aboard that ship at the time.
The last chapter, which ventured throughout the Fractus subsector, was the Imperial Fists.
Nathan?
Yes, Sean?
Are we in the Segmentum Solar?
No.
Can I roll a scholar check as to why the fuck the Imperial Fist would lead the Segmentum Solar?
Sure thing.
Okay, take a scrutiny. Or whatever.
Yes, you can.
Can I get a bonus? No, it's fine.
I know where
you can get a bonus die because you are a fucking Astartes.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a wrath to reroll those 3.
Would be investigation or insight.
So that is 4, 5, 6. Sorry, Joe, please.
What do you say? Investigation or insight?
You're trying to read a fucking tech boy. I'd say investigation. Nathan?
I would say insight.
You say insight?
Oh.
Yeah, because you're attempting to tell whether or not she's lying.
Okay, 1. Is that 2?
That is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, right, because 6 is a double,
Yes.
right?
So 2 Koopa points. Oh!
Mwah.
Oh. Nope, that should be a 2, not a 4.
That's 6 icons on Scholar check.
Groovy.
So Imperial Fists would not leave there unless under dire need. So Imperial Fists are not known for performing the same actions as the Blood Angels, but you can, in a dire need, think that they may do something similar.
Yeah. Most Space Marines, I'd imagine, would know, like, one of the successors of the Imperial Fists is the Black Templars. They are known for crusading throughout the galaxy. They're constantly on crusade. Imperial Fists, however, not so
They're the
much.
defend.
No, they're not.
Fortress boys.
Yeah.
They are the fortress of the Imperial.
Magic Pain Glove. Tell me,
What?
if you ever try not to leave the solar system.
So
your services are no longer required.
So they would only leave if they were required, if their assistance specifically was requested under the most dire of need.
Explorator, I did not recognize the symbology of the Imperial Fists. I think your records might have been altered somewhat, but that is a discussion for another time. Needless to say, the Astartes vessel on there is ancient, and it should be kept intact as best as possible.
Well,
Marshal,
I have no qualms with an Astartes vessel, but if it is part of the station, then it is going to, unfortunately, meet its end.
Unfortunate, yes. Because I was hoping that it would not come to that at the time. But it seems inevitable.
Unfortunately, Astartes, that with this new information about the heretic and Inquisitor Osiris's claims that there are gene stealers aboard the station, and the uprising that we have already encountered, I do not think that the law abides this station to live.
Quite right, Marshal.
What is the Inquisitor and the Bid-Eyed Connoisseur doing as he says this? Because I imagine they'd be quite pissed.
They are conversing. They are conversing in hushed and whispered tones.
Can the guardsmen pick out any interesting words?
I don't want to.
Oh.
I
see this and I'm like, oh, didn't see that.
Yeah.
Look at the weird guy standing over there. Well, he's fucking strange. Look at him.
Mm-hmm. What's the navigator doing through all? Or sorry, the individual, the long boy doing through all of this?
What is the long boy doing throughout all of this?
I've been like turning my head around occasionally when I hear some of the craziest shit, and I've just been like eyes forward.
I imagine you have been on the course charting table, having a look at the courses again ahead. For what is coming throughout the Fractus subsector, fucked as it is, because it's a fucked place.
Yeah. Do you still have the last cannon, Odysseus?
Yes, and I am storing that in very certain places. Might as well see the bunker right now. I don't have it on me.
Walking funny.
Okay. The Inquisitor looks up. Marshal, I think that we might have to investigate the station a little bit more. If there's witchcraft abound, it has to be looked into, and if the rescue attempts are going to be delayed, perhaps we may be able to employ someone else. And she looks at you all.
I look away.
Inquisitor, if I may.
I stealth hide.
if I may, is it really wise to delay any longer? I mean, after all, and I point to my surgical scars, suffer not the alien to live.
That's fucking risky. Jesus Christ, Joe. Holy fuck!
I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna go do an angry piss. Here be.
I'm on the edge.
Never say
Of
I've never seen
glory.
somebody anger an Inquisitor so much and know that they'll be perfectly fine.
Oh man.
Jesus Christ.
The call sign, boys. John, when you talked to the
He's left.
room, you had
He's
to
left.
verify
He's
yourself.
gone.
You fuck.
He's gone.
He's
Yeah,
left
I know.
the room.
I was going to ask, but we keep rolling on to stuff. So I'll ask at the end.
Because it's that type of thing. It's like, right, cool, I spoke to him, didn't want to talk to him. It's like, yeah, maybe he's a gene stealer. Maybe he's disguised himself, because he disguised himself before. Get me to do the call sign, verify his pattern.
We'll do that. We'll do that before we move on from this. I'll definitely ask.
We gotta make sure.
Because I was so hoping you were just going to cut Nathan's big plan short again.
There just hasn't been like an opportune time yet to ask it. Things have been rolling on a bit quickly.
For those of you who don't know, this is round 2 of the Magos. You know, the run the gauntlet we had in Dark Heresy?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Nathan was bringing a lot of that back and going to make us run the gauntlet on this ship with this Mechanicus Magos, or Mechanicus, whatever. So it's
I
like,
think he still is. So
he's going to try his darndest to make sure this person gets on the ship, but if we catch him, narratively.
True enough.
So, no, I've never seen a guardsman throw a space marine under the bus so hard. But God, I love it.
Hey, when you get the opportunity, you take it. When does this ever fucking happen?
Exactly.
Witchcraft, heretics, who was it? Tell me, boy.
Looks at the space marine. Why didn't you tell me about this?
Because he told me not to.
No, it never came up. Also, except the space marine would have done it. He doesn't seem to have. I didn't know that.
It's like, are you looking forward to your surprise birthday party, Auntie Donna? Don't worry, I didn't tell her about the piano.
It's great.
Another joke for you boys then. Pass the time.
Yes.
I went back to my doctor's the other day because we did some tests and he thought he'd like calm me down and break the ice. And he goes, pick a call sign, any call sign. And I was like, what? Capricorn? And he goes, no, it's Cancer.
Hold on. I also have an idea how you. Let's see what works.
Oh God. Okay.
It's like, honey, no, don't be silly. It's we, okay? There's no I anymore. Okay, honey, we don't love you anymore.
The other day, my missus rolled over in bed and said, babe, do you ever think about adopting? Yeah, if you fall pregnant.
Oh.
Based.
Was what Dad said. Will, like, yeah, went to the zoo, saw monkeys wanking. They went to the elephants, still wanking.
It's foul. It's so bad. Oh man.
Anyhow,
I still like Haggie's joke, the Cinderella joke.
Nathan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can I get a fucking
ballsiness check from fucking 7?
Yeah, can I get a
cunniest
persuasion?
cunning.
A persuasion from you, Joe, please.
Can I assist?
Yes, but
Well, he doesn't need it. He does not need it.
Yeah, I'll just
Fucking
go.
hell.
Please don't
6
shoot.
on me.
An 8.
If you, can I assist by going? Could you not shoot him on the bridge, please?
On, do force count as well?
Yes, they do. Force count as successes.
I'm
That's
such a
a 6 push it to
8, yeah.
exalted.
I don't even need to assist. Fuck it.
But you say, can you please not shoot him on the bridge? Do you have anything
Yeah.
else to say?
No, there's no.
Go shoot me full stop.
What do you think
Those are
about investigating the ship and seeing if you can try to clear it?
At all, or if it's just a small group.
Clear it.
Odysseus, what did you make of the ship? I do not know your mechanical capabilities, but in what caper was it?
If I recall correctly, the ship was in complete disarray. What menials and scavengers had gone through it in the millennia since it had merged with the station itself had stripped it of most obvious components. Everything useful could have been taken. Some things, maybe some data banks, might have been stored deep within, and maybe a relic or two that aren't so shiny to the average observer. I think it's more the symbolism of it. There was a dead brother down there, and while I have achieved what gene seed I could from him, his body still rots against that wall, and I would like to bring it back. Additionally, Marshal, I would like to point out that the station is already dying due to the plague. Most of the population will be dead anyway. Don't see any point to destroy it. Guardsman?
Wasn't the ship under attack by the frogs when we were in it?
That is a good point. Yes. And considering Table 9-4 was the one who created said frogs, if I recall you and Clay. Exactly. It's a bit suspect.
Speaking of that, actually. Oh, what's it?
So.
What is it? What else could it possibly be? Is there a demon down there?
No. So the psychic manifestation that the guardsman implied earlier is thusly. The dead Astartes I found was pinned to a wall by a hole in his chest with no object piercing it. It was simply a gaping wound of which the mere presence of which held him aloft. And while I am not a witch mind myself, my chapter has many of them. I recognize its presence. In fact, I think anyone would. It's hard not to. It was a bit freaky, to be honest.
It's weird having a space marine say it's a bit freaky deaky.
I must say, it was majorly unbussing.
It was a bit awooga.
Yeah.
Bad reports of it. Scared the shit out of me.
I was thinking to myself, how do I put this eloquently? I can't. Fuck it.
Yeah.
It's alright if the guardsman says it, not the space marine.
If you are looking to reclaim the body of your compatriot, then I might recommend Adavard, and you hear Osiris call out to you.
What is this, Inquisitor?
Would you be able to help these associates? You can.
I do not know who they are, Inquisitor, if you'd care to explain to me.
My apologies. These are individuals who assist. These are individuals who I came to be associated with upon Galahad Station.
Yeah. How much is she looking at Zeph when she says that?
Oh, I cannot emphasize enough. Seething hatred 100% of the time.
I'm just looking at our new friend over here with a knowing smile that I'm meeting a fellow nobleman. Is that such a crime?
They were instrumental in finding in assisting me in finding a source of a plague, as well as some other unmentionables. Would you be able to assist them in the reclamation of a fallen Astartes? Apparently, there's some witchcraft being performed. I believe that you are familiar with such things.
More than familiar, regrettably. Of course, I do not mind taking lead this group of strangers.
Inquisitor, apologies. Who is this individual, and why do they presume they're going to be taking the lead?
The marshal
My
speaks
ego has been hurt.
This is Adovard. How do you pronounce your second name again, Will?
Marshal, allow me to take lead on this.
How do you pronounce your second name? You fuck.
Asteriaci.
Asteriaci. This is Adavard Asteriaci. He is one of the navigators upon the ship.
Of the great magisterial house, the Styriaci upon Terra.
Oh, that's a very, very lofty title as well, from Holy Terror itself. Outstanding.
Belonged to my family for thousands of years. 'Tis my birthright.
Nathan,
Yes.
Yes, Sean?
can I do a scholar check to see, do I know anything of this particular navigator house? Probably don't, so I might just high DN.
100% can attempt to do a scholar check, yes.
Yeah.
Do I do a scholar check to see if I've ever taken a contract from them?
Oh, 100%, yeah. Oh.
Sorry, that's the third one I've rolled tonight! What the fuck?
Would you like to re-roll that one?
I mean, it's 5 successes otherwise. I'm happy with the complication. Like one of his house had previously was assigned to a battle barracks that was lost in the warp or something like that.
Not a Styriaci, we're too good. We don't get lost in the warp.
Whatever you think, Nathan. If you want to bully point, that's fine.
So, first of all, a Hagi, unfortunately you do not remember any contracts from the Asteriaci house.
I go back to licking my teeth.
But Hagi, Sean, you know that the House Asteriaci is a house which can trace its lineage all the way back to the Great Crusade, and they boast as such, always. A long-running noble house indeed. But they are smaller. They do not boast of the great nobilities. They do not boast of the great and lofty palaces. Their palace is smaller, but as a pearl, less grand just because it's small. It shines with the same brilliance, after all.
Yes, it is.
She says out loud.
Your house has served Astartes before?
My house has served anyone willing to let us navigate them for the right price.
I like
Spice on the flow.
I like mercenaries even less. Inquisitor, Explorator, the Navigator can join us. I would welcome their presence. Although I would also request a small team of tech adepts so that they can search for any data slates or anything buried deep in the Astartes vessel that might become relevant. What do you say?
The Marshal sees you and just rubs his fucking chin and looks out the window.
Now, Marshal, think about this for a second. How good it would be if you helped an Astartes chapter reclaim some of their lost heritage. You might not make one more Astartes ally, but 2, maybe 3.
My Lord Astartes, I have more than enough. More than enough is not exactly.
One can never have too many friends. Calm the Marshal.
The angel has a point.
Give me a fucking persuasion.
Damn it!
Like some help?
Please!
I'll even give you an extra 2d6 because you're trying to Astartes levy this guy. Fuck me.
That's. Whoa!
After all, holy favor is tantamount to the holy right of honor. What's an extra crusade, if not to make the Imperium just that little bit safer? It'll be your name, and it'll be your name in the Book of Laws. Let me show you.
We will be able to dispense with your landing craft. You can land on this vessel whenever you desire, and hopefully come back to us in good time. By that time, we should be able to have divested ourselves of these Adeptus Mechanicus and sorted them appropriately.
Explorator, do you think you'll be able to dispatch a team of tech adepts to assist us in this?
You hear her processing? The acquisition of archaeotech is what I require. I shall accompany you.
Fantastic. Oh, Guardsman?
Guardsman.
Sorry.
I love the idea that you've got like a bunch of fucking peanuts and you're genuinely just eating.
I expect you to talk for longer. Fuck.
It's not even peanuts. She's taking flakes off her own skin and eating it.
I need them for the nutrition.
Wouldn't the tech at the Mechanicus, wouldn't he have his own call sign that he can verify himself by? So we can strike him off the list as being the tech heretic.
That is a very good point, but we will be verifying every single individual that will be coming aboard this station.
Also, sorry, what is the name of the Ministratum lady, the complete bitch?
The Lady Catherine Will.
Yes, that one. So give her a ring. I hope you don't mind. If I can give her a ring.
The Guardsman has quite literally everyone of import in her databanks. It's quite disturbing how well connected she is.
I would have enjoyed your company a couple of hours ago. Crazy.
Who said this to me?
The Marshal.
Oh, you don't ask, sir.
And it's just like he's like furrowing his brow and looking at you, and being like, "Yeah, that's you're getting the feeling you're up for a promotion." I don't fucking know.
God, please don't. I don't think I can be promoted.
Back into the service, boy.
I don't think it's possible to be promoted when the fucking Adeptus Auxilia. But okay, I'll take it.
Chosen man. Chosen man.
Chosen man!
Chosen man.
Anyway,
The
yes,
Adeptus Auxilia.
I would like to fold the fucking Lady Catherine wheel.
Yes, you call the Lady Catherine Wheel.
Lady Catherine, is that you?
Hello?
Hello, yes. It's crazy. I've come to ask about some administrative business.
Unfortunately, that we are currently closed. And you just hear a smash of glass.
Gunshots in the distance.
Yeah, gunshots in the distance.
Fuck you.
If it is at all possible, I'm sure we could maybe assist you. However, I do need some information quite quickly.
Is this
if
your
it's
paranoia?
going to be possible. It is my paranoia.
Wonderful, just checking. Okay.
Surely you have voxcasters and is there any more cameras in 40k? I don't actually know.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, they're rare, but they do exist. Yep.
I think they're literally just fucking an extra kind of vox.
Is it not like photoscope or
Pictocasters?
Yes,
There we go.
picture recorders. Yes.
I'm sure you have a couple of picture coders watching the docks, seeing the shuttles leave of all the Mechanicus. I don't suppose you could search the records quickly for me and see if you have one that looks like Tybalt 9-footed. I give her a quick description. Short, sort of white, bow-legged, tech priest, sort of walks like a frog, waddles. I don't suppose you could tell me what shuttle he boarded. If you do, I'm sure I can get the angel to assist in your extrication from the station. Maybe.
I can look through my dog. It will take some time, but I can see what I can. And you hear just another smash, and then a bunch of laser fire, obviously from her. And then I'll see what I can do.
The quicker the better, please.
Indeed. And she hangs up.
Question, Paul. Did Christ have that on speaker?
Yeah. Chrysler doesn't care.
Well, it looks
This
like
blasted to the entire bridge.
it looks like the station is falling into anarchy quicker than expected.
This is true. I hope she calls me back quick and we can shoot down the shuttle that bastard is in. Oh, sorry, the heretic.
Mm-hmm.
Can I call them back?
I will say that I do not abide language like that upon my bridge.
Apologies, sir.
No offense has been taken.
Crassness aside,
Praise the Emperor for that.
with a little bit of anarchy, as it were, it means you don't have people actively looking for our quote-unquote strike team. It could be quite an opportunity in the making. This kind of disorder being a ladder of some kind.
Oh.
A ladder to where?
Glory, my boy. My girl.
God damn it.
Yeah, Sean got it. At the end of the day, if they're too busy fighting each other and there's too many people fighting each other and whatnot, it means that, well, don't be exactly looking for people trying to take this archaeotech. They're too busy trying to, it's always man versus man, as it were.
You could be right, Seth, but everybody that sees the angel usually shoots at him.
Well, let's hope they don't see the angel.
Yes, unfortunately accurate, yes.
Look, there's bound to be other places we can dock which go underneath the radar of, well, the main points of conflict.
I could ask the Lady Catherine when she calls me back.
Good.
If she calls me back, I guess.
Best not go via the dispensation chute. Unless you really want to climb. But even still, yes. We await the lady.
So,
Who is this lady we're waiting for?
Quite a fetching lassie.
Some Ministrorum Penser was in charge of the spaceport, I think.
In charge of this spaceport.
Had a big book with all the comings and goings of the ships.
She's not doing a tremendously good job of commanding the spaceport.
indeed.
I suppose you're correct. Well, as long as she tells us what shuttle he's at, I'll be happy enough, to be honest.
I can't help but be offended to be aboard the ship that came to this station, regrettably.
Yes, well, fate is a fickle thing. The God Emperor must have put
Trust me, sweet compeer. Imagine having to live there.
Consider
It's a
yourself.
shame. It would make a rather nice holiday home if 100% of the inhabitants were not aboard.
Consider yourself fortunate. We are on the foothold of a grand quest.
Indeed.
Glyph, I was going to say, Glyph steps out the shadows and says, I wouldn't take anything you wouldn't mind getting wet.
I've heard reports of the moistness upon this station. I'm glad that I did not have to set more than 5 feet upon it before I was bombarded with other kinds of rain.
So
It becomes bearable after a while.
Yeah, it's sort of strange being dry, actually. I'm not used to it.
I can only imagine the kind of trench foot that you are used to.
I don't think I get that anymore.
Oh dear.
I shouldn't have said that.
Oh dear. Eventually the Lady Catherine wheel rings you back.
No, Lady Catherine?
So, there's so many ships that left. Not all of them left through the actual official docking ports. So I can narrow it down. There are about 15 ships that left through unofficial ports. It'll be one of them.
Oh, perfect. Can you send me the manifest really quick?
She essentially sends you the manifest for every ship that left through an official channel, and then there's 15 ships that just kind of fucking were just latched onto the side of the station and just got it kind of blown off.
I hand it straight to the tech priest and go, 15 isn't too bad that they've handed it. Acceptable losses, as we say in the guard.
Oh yes, quite. Can't take any chances.
We can scan these ships. This will be much more expedient.
Perfect. I thank you, Lady Catherine Weir. I'll inform the authorities of your excellent conduct.
The authorities are the ones that are attacking. Hello?
Hang up. I already hung up.
Hello?
It's fucking gone. Whew, that was
She's neck deep in Gene Stealer territory as well, because the docks are run by
the docks are run by Gene Stealers.
dressed up as the authorities, thanks to Splimbo.
Yeah, straight up dressed up as the authorities, thanks to Splimbo. Thank you, Splimbo.
I can just hang up on her and go, what? Chris, you almost fucking committed heresy there. Oh,
I love it.
It's not looking very good for Splimbo, is it?
No, things are not looking very good for Splimbo.
Well,
Splimbo's
I
somewhere.
wanted a combat shot.
Splimbo was with Augie. Augie protects Splimbo.
But the real question is, where's Augie?
That's a good question.
That's a very good question.
Building a fort in the canteen out of all the pew chairs.
Could be. Could be.
He's eating
Eating
turkey
one of the
dinosaurs.
Bibles. Who knows?
Last you saw that he was getting chased by 400 cops.
He's fine. I don't think tasers affect him.
We're not
Nathan.
worried about the tasers. Yes, Glaive. How are you?
Thank you, Vershaw.
Before we leave the bridge, I would like to approach Inquisitor Osiris.
Mm-hmm.
And stab her. Oh.
Nah.
Yeah.
Again, step out of the shadows and say,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to consult on you after this on a personal matter. I found something down there on the station, and I basically show her the card that I'm carrying.
Okay. So she takes this, and she is just like processing it for a little bit. Marshal, we cannot let any of those ships onto the station.
Onto the ship, you mean?
Or onto the ship, yes. Onto the ship. Oh dear.
That is wise. If this table 9-4, a heretic, was able to infiltrate the Mechanicus, and the rest of them are apparently Newspheric linked, that means that he got them to comply with him. They are complicit in his heresy.
Wait, what?
Is this not accurate, Explorer?
Arbitrator Milk. The Inquisitor says out loud. The Marshal turns around and says, yes, my predecessor upon the station. The man that was sent before me to weed out chaos here. He disappeared. He disappeared mysteriously. This is a hunting card. This is a hunting card for the Officio Assassinorum.
Why would the Assassinorum want to execute your predecessor if they are doing the Emperor's work? Theories, Inquisitor? Side glancing at Glaive very, very quickly.
I think it would be very prudent if, I think it would be very prudent if we don't. I think it would be very prudent to have them make the next move, Marshal, rather than to have them force our hand. And you see that the Marshal has gone pale.
Oh my. I don't actually explicitly say this, but again, for narrative purposes, Zephaniah is trying to... He's trying to stifle a little bit of satisfaction knowing that an arbitrator's scared.
Nathan, quick question. Is there a Marshal staring at me?
The Marshal is he's not staring at you guys, he is staring at the ships. in orbit around the Dollar Imperium. Every single one of them is now a potential threat to his life itself.
So, does that change our plans to go down to the station? Does it?
I think very specifically it changes the plans of letting any of the Mechanicus on board this ship. Or any of the ones that are currently... Yeah, well, yes, just them.
Beta Iconosaur, I would suggest going with them. I wish you the best of luck in your venture. Now, if you kindly leave me to my devices while I think about what needs to be done next.
Perfect. Okay then. I look at the Inquisitor for can I leave?
Please.
Oh here. I put my Vox frequency here in case you need to contact us when we're on the station. Probably easier to reach my pack than anything.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Slit, and I walk out.
Wonderful. Alrighty. So, so you have now learned that there is a potential assassin that might be gunning for the Marshal, who knows?
Yeah, he's right there, he's called Glaive.
No, not a death cultist. An assassin.
Crisis doesn't know the difference.
Yeah. So if it's a proper assassin, like a Calidus, a Vindicare, God forbid a Calexis or a fucking...
Wait, does this mean if Glaive kills the assassin, Glaive then takes the assassin's place? And
It's like the Santa Claus.
Hey,
it's like the Santa Claus.
Exactly like
the Santa Claus.
Exactly.
Seems to be a theme in this campaign.
Put the suit on and feel the power.
What's the name of the assassin? Like they dose up on like fucking dozens of like frenzy and berserker drugs, basically sprint in and kill literally everything. What are they called again?
You get the
will be fucking.
You've got Calidus, which are the women with the phase swords. You've got the Vindicare, which are snipers. The Calexis, which are Eversor. That's it.
Oh no.
Calidus aren't just women with swords. Calidus can change form.
Calidus can change form.
Yeah, but like latex titties. Come on.
Yeah, if you're into that.
That's what the thing is, though.
What is the walking psychic bomb?
Calexis.
They're like ultra untouchables.
Yeah.
They're literally like a psychic bomb. They die at the end of their mission anyway.
Yeah.
Oh no! If they die at the end of their mission, that's Eversor, isn't it? Calexis keep going.
Yeah.
One of them's like a walking psychic bomb of energy that just goes into the place and.
Cannot remember what those are.
No. Like, I know that there's a story of a Calexis literally just walking into a Tau stronghold and just murdering a guy, like their high sept, and they couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
But I think no.
Good luck with
that. Could be an emergency measure. I mean, if you had that much psychic null ability, and you're about to get cornered, why wouldn't you flip the switch and just fucking?
They collapse into their own asshole and psychic energy. Yeah.
Classic always happens.
So, let me go piss, and then we can have you guys maybe do a little bit of interaction with each other for the new fucking character, and also maybe fly down to the Astartes spaceship, do a little bit of wandering around.
Yep.
Sounds good.
No,
Sounds good.
and we're also going to go to the... In a sec.
I'm just loving every moment of this.
This is great. You're a fucking... You sassy bastard.
And now there's two of us.
I know.
It's gonna be surround sound bastardry. Surround bollocking.
I'm now flanked on two sides by fucking nobles. Well, a noble from birth and an adopted noble. Someone who became the noble. Ah.
You make me. You've was it? You've made me step at the crossroads. An impossible choice. One road leads to hell, and the other one leads also to hell. I'm looking forward to the next parenting, and I've done a bit more writing for the hunter.
Yes. Fuck. That's good. Okay. Can you not spoil? Can you convey anything?
Right. Regarding what?
Like, okay. Have you been focused more on world building, or have you been focused more on investigatory stuff for the hunter thing?
There'll be plenty of both because I know the law quite deep. I'm not too sure how much you guys know the law.
Very limited, I think, on everyone's
So
accounts.
investigation comes world building, but
Yeah.
again, try and get the spirit of the city and your interactions. Like,
oh fuck.
yeah.
Two rival Bruja clans. One Celtic, one Ranger. Oh!
Oh fuck.
Oh! If you don't do that, I'm gonna do it. In like 5 years' time, I'm gonna make a really shitty knockoff hunter or vampire game, and I'm gonna include that in it. Joe.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
You've given me food for thought. But will they be vampires?
Oh. No, they're ghouls. They're all ghouls. No, plot twist. They're all ghouls to the same Bruja vampire.
It's how they recruit the ones that live long enough to actually get embraced.
Oh shit.
It's an interesting concept.
Oh my god.
I'm just looking forward to seeing how you go from, wiping the dew from your eyes and waking up to this new world of piss and shit and horror and death and destruction, desolation. And then just after that, ending up like, okay, we've killed our first, redacted. What the fuck happens now? And just becoming more and more and more, badass, becoming better at killing these abominations. Who knows? If it goes long enough, creating your own cells, perhaps.
Ooh.
Maybe going international.
Not to interject, Paul, Nathan's basically fucked himself then, because that means that the Mechanicus does not get on at all.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What? Explain.
No ships are allowed on anymore, so we can't do his Mechanicus run.
I'm apologising to Paul for undoing the entire hour of narrative building that we just did there, because I did not expect Nathan to take it in that direction. This was like, I see me after, and he just basically went, nope, batten down the hatches, nobody gets on board, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so much for finding Tibble.
Target cards for the old RBT's master,
Nathan,
not the new one.
If Nathan really wants to have more Mechanicus presence on board, he will let the background play out where they find the radiation from the fusion battery, they blow up that ship, they can't find either Taybold or the head of the AdMech, and they'll let everyone else on board. That's his only out. If he doesn't do that, he's fucked himself.
Well, nobody's getting on board, so it doesn't matter. So, it can't happen now.
It can't happen now? What can't happen now?
Oh, you mean GM?
Don't worry about it, Mr. DM.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I will say as well, this is going to be... whatever happens next is going to be pretty bloody entertaining.
Yeah, how do you feel about your redemption, Sean? Sorry.
There you go.
It's bullshit, Sean. Go on.
How I feel about my redemption arc?
Yeah, Odysseus is being redeemed.
Yeah, it's actually it's fleshing out. It's fleshing out. I've actually managed to somehow compromise sharing information with two different branches of the oh fuck, I've lost the word now. The Imperial hierarchy in exchange for actually getting some ancient fucking Space Marine tech back.
Well,
This is great. I'm very happy.
well, congratulations, Sean. You managed to redeem yourself from the sins of Moravai.
All I was going to say is that, see, whenever people get repulsed by the look of Glaive,
Oh yeah.
he only has, like, he has the dreads tied back. He's got, like, Aquilas and, like, litanies embroidered on him. But his claws, if he's clenched his fist, you don't really see them, or you don't see his teeth unless he speaks or smiles.
You think you got it bad? I have to hide my face.
Yep.
I'm pretty
That's why
much,
it's kind of like a fear factor if he smiles at you.
yes, it's like, holy shit, I thought you were at least somewhat normal, but oh no. Oh, I'm fucked.
Hey guys.
Hello.
I'm a 9 foot tall dude in long robes. With
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting shot first. Like, duck and cover.
That is literally what I said to Will the other night. That's fucking exactly what I said to him. Oh.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys, I'm human. I'm the only human here.
Okay. So, Beta Connoisseur quickly catches up with you guys when you're dismissed. We shall be traveling today, yes?
That was the
Fucking the
plan.
angel.
That was the plan. Unless anyone else wants to get something done first. See if they can get any equipment. Let's look at everyone.
Oh, your well-stocked party.
I've got a mid-kid.
You work for
Could
the
do with some
Inquisition. I
more.
assume you're well-stocked.
Sorry, apologies. Navigate, we work for who?
You are under the thumb of the Inquisition, I'm led to believe.
No.
Yeah, you should ask Zephyr about that.
No, not again.
Simply put, we are cooperating with the Inquisitor for the best interests of everyone at the moment. Her loyalties are still shrouded, so to speak.
Quite right. Quite right. Not
I
to
don't
put
know.
your
She
goodest.
seems friendlier than Marshall.
She is friendlier than the Marshal. Which isn't saying a lot, but it's
What
weird
do
that
you
it's
mean? The Marshall's above repute. He's an arbitrator.
Marshall is fine enough, if not impertinent with his questions.
What, did he interrogate you when he came on board?
Absolutely not. I would not allow some of the middle classes to question me as such. You must be joking, Astartes. You must be joking. I would let some of the middle classes speak to me like that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Navigator. Actually, very quickly before I do this, Zephaniah, before we depart, we'd like to see if you can get better armor. I like your new shotgun, but defense-wise, would you like to see if you can get something? Or are you good to go?
Well,
I've got some old flak I can give him.
I must confess, I thought I had some flax somewhere around here as well before I got this good old fancy little doodad. But I think some better armor would be quite well. Well, let's just say that I wouldn't sniff at the opportunity to actually get something to cover my behind a little bit better.
Good.
I
Well,
agree with
Loose trousers.
well, if you like Exilia Green, Graza, can you part with your old flag?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Sure. I ain't using that number.
Wonders.
Yes.
Icor.
Navigator.
No, that's my blood. I should not have said that.
Navigator, I wanted to ask. We came onto the gantry the other day and we saw a large individual with a bowl
Ah,
on his head.
yes.
That's your protege, sire.
Great uncle.
Great uncle. The entombed, as we like to call it, his face is no longer recognizably humanoid whatsoever. Regrettably, 'tis a stereotype trait we are trying to carefully breed out.
So you're going to get the fishbowl someday too?
I would never have something as hideous.
Whilst you're talking, Glaive is just staring at your third eye.
That's fucking covered, I hope.
Oh, it's closed.
Christ.
Not covered, just closed.
Yeah. I'm not covering it, I'm closing it.
Yes, don't body shame Vanilla Skyon.
Thank you, my
What?
If anybody's here to be body
I'm
shamed,
not
it's
body shaming
Yusef.
anything.
Just as long as you don't look into the eye when it is opened.
Why not?
What happens?
It's complicated.
Would you like me to explain it in low Gothic for them?
If possible. Yes, that'd be extremely handy as starters.
Gentlemen, have you ever heard of what a psychic can do to someone?
Well, you mean like make them explode?
Do not accuse me of being a psycho.
If the navigator opens that eye, that might happen to you.
Shouldn't we cover it up then?
You telling me that the navigator is the one that pinned the Nestatis to the wall?
No.
Was that a navigator?
No.
Accusations.
You sure we should take you with us?
No. I'm just saying, the more powerful, the more old the navigator is, and I just stare at the third eye for a second. Dangerous they become.
Can you navigate us to the archaeotech quicker?
Excuse me?
Can you navigate us to the archaeotech quicker?
If I was in a ship and it was in the warp, I could definitely try.
Oh.
That would take us to the archaeotech, but would it?
Is it in the warp?
I don't think so.
Is it along a path known to the Astronomicon?
I don't know what.
No, it's down there on that station right there.
Yeah.
Then are we not to go there?
Yes, but I'm asking if you could navigate there. You're a navigator, yes? Am I missing something here?
I don't think so,
Do you
Glenn.
wish me to fly us? Is there anywhere?
I didn't know you're a pilot too.
A fantastic.
I can fly.
I'm not surprised by that actually. Is there anything you can't do, Dave? Swim?
Visit Holy Terror, I imagine.
I've never done that.
I'm not surprised.
Don't usually send a guard to Holy Terra. Not really done.
It's too clean, you see, it's too clean.
Hopefully, it is Holy Terra after all. It wouldn't be good if it was being bombed.
Quite right.
Can I ask, is this the furthest out you've ever been?
Oh, no. Heavens, no. I don't really question how far I've gone. I just try not to let what I see when I navigate get to me too much.
What's that then?
The warp.
Oh, doing that thing that I can't see because they close the blast shields every time.
You actually get to look?
I see everything. I also hear everything.
Isn't that pretty bad?
It's hard to describe. It is like seeing bread knead itself.
The commissar always told me that looking into the warp was heresy and I'd be shot.
They tend to make exceptions for navigators.
Because he's got a special eye?
The eye.
I think it's a noble thing.
There's a lot to be said about pedigree.
It could be. Zeph's always been strange too.
Edward, do you have a big family like Zeph?
Oh, please no.
You asking?
I'm asking Advar if he has a big family like Zeph.
I think that silence is a given.
Edovard.
Yeah, Edovard. He's been called away. He's been called away.
I don't speak High Gothic.
Just having a little bit of banter with the new guy.
I hope you know he's going to go to Advi by the end of the night. Because he can't pronounce his name.
No. He's going to be called Advil.
Advil.
Advil. Edelvader.
Edelweiss.
I
don't speak High Gothic.
I just realized if Odysseus wasn't a space marine, his name would 100% be Eddie.
Oh yeah.
100%.
I bet your school was free.
I bet you have your own Hellfire Club.
Yeah, he would have been. Oh, rest in peace, Eddie. Spoiler alert, sorry. Guys.
Oh God, alright.
I am back though, mind.
Wonderful.
What did I miss?
I don't remember.
Well, Glaive asked you if you have a big family. What is Zephaniah?
I am unclear of how big Zephaniah's family is. I also
So
do
is
not
everybody.
recognize you of Terra. Are you not of a noble of Terra, Zephaniah?
Please be aware of his full title, the Viscount Zephaniah Harrod the Ninth.
Quite right.
In the flesh.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
But yes, we have a large family, and to be honest, some of the mongrels that we had to marry into for the sake of Galahad, it extended somewhat. Not details. The point is, yes,
Tis our burden. 'Tis our burden of wealth.
It's the noble's burden.
And it's difficult, isn't it? No one truly understands how difficult it is.
Especially when we don't even have decent amasek at a good soiree.
It's heinous.
Scandalous.
Evil.
Hey, Zeph, I've seen you eat tacos.
Shut your whole mouth.
What did the boys eat tacos?
I love shut your whole mouth. Good God.
I'm sorry, but see, when you said in the flesh, I just like in the flesh and then grin smile.
Black purple tongue just lolling about.
Anyway, I guess we should get down to the fish.
So
yes.
Andrew, have you ever had a taco?
There's something about the cultural street food.
Have you ever had a taco?
I'm unclear of what you're asking of me.
They were quite delicious. I will say
it's food.
It was quaint.
Is it Terran? Is it a Terran cuisine?
It's like a emulsified bread with pulp in ration vegetable in like vitamins in the middle.
I've never tried pulp before.
It's quite good, especially when you add a bit of spice to it.
Oh, I can show you the grinders where they have the poison. You'll enjoy that.
This whole time I'm trying to save face and pretend it's no big deal when I have no idea what real food is.
I don't think we can give him a taco anyway.
Glaive knows.
Lord Zephaniah, please, I beg of you, offer me some respite in this, knowing that you at least have an accommodation aboard this station, which is befitting
I think most of the station's on fire, isn't it?
Yes, he's got the bottom bunk underneath me.
Sadly, yes, ruffians did come in and acquire my assets, of course. But it shouldn't be too hard to reacquire.
I will try and adjust myself to not having the luxuries of what I'm used to.
I give it a sporting chance to remind you of what you have.
I suppose you're right. I suppose I have been rather sheltered.
You know, they say all roads lead to Laminas.
I have only... God knows I've seen it.
Gesundheit.
Well, I think that it would be a pretty good point to stop for an assault upon a psychically haunted ship, and we could stop.
Sounds fair.
We could stop there and begin this again next session, because I had not fucking planned for you guys to fucking go back to the Astartes station, Astartes ship. So essentially, end of pre-prepared content.
Nice.
We just hit rank 3, but didn't we?
We hit rank 3 at the end of last session. Yeah.
Have hit the end of rank 3.
Upgrade
Yes.
again.
I didn't even have to roll anything.
Yes. So fucking
How easy.
don't worry, buddy. You're gonna be rolling a bunch of shit next session.